Good morning, Bantam Black hockey fans. Here we are back at the Princeton Ice Arena here for the second round of the West Regionals. They're doing the starting lineup here again today. Oh, we're going to do Elk first. That's your starting lineup for Elk River. In net, Alexander Davis. Blue line, Logan Brecky. Number 10, Donnie Copeland. Number 5, Joe Summers. Number 14, Jet Steen. And number 11, Bucket Miller. That's your starting lineup for your Moorhead Bantam Black Spuds. And we're ready to get action underway. First round matchup saw Moorhead with a come from behind win, winning 6-3 over Chamberlain Stanley St. Francis. Elk River with an exhilarating come from behind win yesterday as they defeated Minneapolis Black 6-4. They scored 5 goals in the third period last night to come back. They were down 3-1 going to third with a big comeback. So both teams with big comeback wins yesterday. Winner moves on to the undefeated game tomorrow morning. Loser will play at 6:30 tonight in the loser's bracket. This is a double elimination tournament, so staying on the right side of the bracket is important. So quick start here, and Elk River's underway. Down to the near corner. Puck comes out to the point. Miller closes the gap. Quick shot there. Saved by Davis. Another loose puck. Davis with a save. And finally kicked to the side by Summers. Summers up along the boards. And Elk River flips that up into hit somebody on the Moorhead bench. So we'll get a face-off in the Moorhead zone. Asbargen and Welsh come out with Oswald, Montaughan, and Colton Miller. Colton wins it back to Welsh. Welsh, lead pass up ahead. Can Montaughan get to it? Yes, he does. He's got a chance. Oh, what a play. Goaltender with a good aggressive play. Just hair outside of Montaughan's reach. Now held into the point. Oh, Oswald decides to bring it out. Get everybody on side. He leaves it for Wells. Wells, near side to Montaughan. Montaughan with Miller, 2-on-2. Quick shot there, goes wide, rings around to the far side. Wells steps up, tries to hand it off to Colton. Tie up along the boards. Comes along to the near side where Elk River will take control and flip it out to center. That pass is deflected away by Wells. Wells steps up. Wells left a drop pass, but his teammates were going to the bench for a change. Kalhoff, fresh off the bench. Kalhoff with a step. Gets that poke checked away. Elk River gets up to the blue line and dumps it in deep. Brecky will get to it behind the goal line. Now back to the near side, picked up by Garrett Blaha. Garrett up to Copeland. And finally the Spuds get it out to neutral ice. Elk River flips it back in, but that's an offside on Elk River. So face off just coming outside the Spud zone. Kalhoff in to take this one. Elk River controls, dumps it in deep. Copeland into the near corner. He puts it up along the near boards at the Blaha. Elk River chips it back down low. Now Brecky sends it around to Woodard. Woodard tripped up along the boards. Now Elk River with control. Centering pass blocked by Brecky. Now it's loose along the near side. And able to clear is Garrett Blaha. Elk River chips it in. Copeland from his own end. Sends it out to center ice. But that one's to nobody, and that's an icing on Moorhead. So 12:47 left here in the first period. No score. Face-off coming deep in the Moorhead zone. Miller, Steen, and Summers with Welsh and Hasbargen. Face off to the near boards. Elk River chips it in. Beckett tried to flip it up off the glass. Steen there to support. Unable to get it out. Elk River now chips it in down low. Hasbargen rings it around the boards over to Wells. Wells tries to chip it up ahead to Summers. Now Summers works along the boards. He sends it back to the near side to Hasbargen. Hasbargen to Steen. Steen flips it up ahead to Beckett. Beckett unable to corral that pass. Elk River chips it back in down low. Hasbargen from behind his own goal. Plethora of players down the ice. Comes free to the near side and picked up finally loose by Summers. Still Summers up along the near boards. Drops it off for Steen. Now Summers with it. Up to Hasbargen at the point. Beckett feeds it over to centering pass by Steen. Oh, Summers on the back door. Just went off the side of his stick. Held in by Summers. Summers tries to drop it down low to Steen. Steen pinches it up against the boards. Now the loose puck comes up at Elk River and they're able to kip it out to center ice. Hasbargen chips it back ahead. Steen spins it back into the zone. Centering pass to Beckett. Beckett shot softly, and the goaltender will squeeze that up for a whistle with 11:12 left here in the first period. Mountsaugin will step in to take this face off with Miller and Oswald. He runs it back to Copeland at the point. He sends it in down low where Oswald gives chase. Elk River rings it up to the far boards. Not out. Brecky dumps it into the corner. Oswald with it. Centering pass. Colton Miller's shot. Pad saves. Miller couldn't get much on that one to get it up over the pad. And Elk River able to clear out to center ice. Elk River at the red line. Dumps it in deep. Copeland will give chase in the near corner. Up along the boards. Chipped out by Mountsaugin. Colton unable to pick it up in his skates. Now, Donnie Copeland gets it out to center ice. Elk River chips it back in. Copeland up through center. Elk River intercepts that, and they dump it in deep. Davis leaves it for Brecky behind the net. Now he gets up the near side to Mountsaugin. Mountsaugin with room up the left wing. Up ahead all by himself as his teammates are going for a change. Mountsaugin overskates it just a hair. Penalty coming. And I believe it's on Mountsaugin, yep. So Cam with a little extracurricular after the play gets a cross-checking minor. And with just under 10 minutes remaining, Elk River gets the first power play of the morning. So Kalhoff and Steen out here with Welsh and Hasbargen on the penalty kill. Elk River controls out the faceoff, up to the point. Shot, deflected wide, brings around to the near side. Elk River controls down low, centering pass, blocked by Hasbargen. Steen, unable to corral it, but he is able to get it out to center ice. Elk River works their way up through center ice, pestered by Jet Steen. Chipped in on net And Davis will just cover that up quickly to be safe and take a face off. Minute 35 remaining here in the power play for Elk River. Face off controlled by Elk River at the point. Pressured by Calhoff. Calhoff's got the puck in his feet. He doesn't know it. Continues the battle. 3-on-1. Kane finally loses the battle there. Elk River now down low behind the goal line. Calhoff pressures along the boards, chips it up, and out to center ice. Elk River with a fan on that pass. Minute remaining here in the power play for Elk River. That pass to the loose, so Calhoff chips it back in. Now Elk River works their way up through center ice, carrying into the Spud zone. Poke chipped away by Hasbargen. Landon Hasbargen pushes it out to center ice. Finds Steen on the near side blue line. Steen dumps it in. He looks to the bench and he'll go get a change. Moorhead will get some fresh penalty killers out there. Now Miller. And he flips it up into the Elk River bench. So 8:25 left here in the first period. Still no score. 29 seconds remaining in the Elk River power play. Faceoff will come out here at center ice. Beckett Miller out here with Summers, Isaac Foss, and Brecky. Elk River chips it in down low. Foss rings it around the boards over to Summers. Summers gets it up ahead to Beckett. Beckett tries to chip it up, but Elk River takes it away. Elk River dumps it in on net. Davis kicks it to the corner. Foss sends it over to the near side for Beckett Miller. Beckett up to the blue line, but not out. Now comes to Brecky. Brecky banks it off the glass out to center ice and spuds it back to full strength. Mount Saugan picks up the loose puck off, fresh out of the penalty box. He'll dump it in deep. Brings her all the way around to the point. Brecky unable to hold, so he'll retreat. Summers chips it up ahead across the blue line. Elk River sends it back the other direction. Brecky now over to Mount Saugan. Mount Saugan up the left wing, gets up to the red line and dumps it in. Elk River tries to gather it from their own end. That pass blocked by Colton. Now out to center ice. And Elk River able to pick it up and dump it in deep. Welsh with it. Welsh chips it up along the boards. Gets past Monthaugen. Quick shot there, and Davis will just love that and hang on to that, settle things down for the Spuds. Just under 7 minutes remaining here in the first period. No score. 0-0 between Moorhead and Elk River. Face-off win. Elk River carries it towards the net. Spuds converge to stop that and scores. Harmless centering pass from behind the net. It hits a skate of some sort and sneaks past Davis, and Elk River's got a 1-0 lead. Here with 6:53 remaining in the first period. Off the face-off, Elk River controls. Up to the red line, they dump it in deep. Elk River off the face-off. Quick shot there, saved by Davis. Copeland. And another penalty coming up against Moorhead for interference against Garrett Blaha. So Spuds back on the penalty kill. So Spuds struggling to get anything going here, and now a couple penalties into it. They killed off the first one. Let's see if they can work on the next one. Face-off win by the Spuds, cleared out to center ice. Elk River retreats to their own zone. All up through center ice, all the way up across the blue line. Shot on net. Davis kicks it to the corner. Now Elk River behind the goal line. Drop pass along the near boards. Now back to the boards. Quick shot there. Save. Nice clear there by Brecky. Oh, nice move by Kelhoff. Kelhoff's got Steen. Up ahead of Steen. Quick shot there, and an easy glove save for Elk River. Minute 12 remaining here in the power play for Elk River. Beckett, Miller, and Summers come out with Hasbargen and Welch to finish killing off this penalty. Lead pass up ahead for Elk River. Now up through center ice. Elk River dumps it in. Welch tied up. He gets hooked. Now Welch recovers. Gets it to Summers. Summers up ahead with Beckett, 2-on-2. He'll dump it in deep. Elk River retreats behind their own net. Cross ice pass. Elk River carries up through center ice, up across the red line. Poke check by Summers. Now Elk River behind the net. Loose puck battled by Hasbargen. Now loose puck picked up by Miller. Miller chips it out to center ice to Summers. Summers couldn't quite get it out on it, so Elk River will turn around and dump it back in. Welch from behind his own net. 11 seconds remaining here in the power play for Elk River. Up ahead to Beckett. Beckett up to the red line. He'll dump it in and go for a change. And Moorhead back to full strength. So Moorhead fills out another penalty. Centering pass, exit, Miller. Oh, he took 1 second too long, and he got a poke check away. Elk River sends it the length that passes off the mark, and that's an icing against Elk River. Nice interception there by Colton Miller coming off the bench. Held on to it for just a half a second too long, and defender got a stick on him before he could get a shot on him. So Mounshaugen, Colton Miller, and Oswald. Mounshaugen in to take the face off. Kicked in down low. Elk River rings it around the boards all the way out. And this will be another icing against Elk River. Face off coming now in the opposite corner. Colton Miller to take this face off. Colton wins it back to Brecky. Brecky's shot. Goaltender deflects it up into the glass. Oswald down low to Colton. Back out to the point to Copeland. Now Donnie sends it in down low. Elk River chips it up the boards. Held in by Donnie Copeland. He tries to get to the far side to Mounshaugen, and Mounshaugen's taking another penalty. Cam, you got to play the puck. So Cam takes another call for interference. And the Spuds go back on the penalty kill. They call it roughing, but so 3:51 left here in the first. Spuds trailing by a goal, and Elk River's back on the power play. Face off is the Welsh down low. Boss loses footing in front of the net. Welsh behind his own net. Leads the rush out for the Spuds. Oh, his pass way off the mark for Steen, and that's an icing on Moorhead. Face off to Welsh. Welsh up along the boards. He goes cross ice. Steen picks it up at center ice. Gets it poke checked away. Pass. Now from his own end. Gets it up to Steen. Steen up through center ice. Elk River takes it away. They dump it in off the glass. Welsh picks up the loose puck. Rings it around the boards. Elk River pinches in to hold. Now out to the point, but Elk River unable to catch that pass, and they got to go back to center ice and regroup. Elk River up through center across the blue line. Shot there on net. Saved by Davis, and he'll cover that up for a whistle. .257 left here in the first period. 1:09 remaining here in the power play for Elk River. Beckett wins it back to Copeland. Taken away by Elk River. Well, they set up their power play down in the far corner. Centering pass. Nice stick work there by Beckett to chip that out to center ice. Now Elk River up at the red line. Pressured by Joe Summers. Now they carry it in deep in the corner. Centering pass goes through to everybody. Up along the boards. Now Elk River carries it in down low. They stop, turn, looking for a centering pass. They send it back out to the point. That one's deflected up into the far corner. Now Elk River setting things up. Quick shot there and a one-timer, but Davis there to make the save. .23 seconds remaining in the man advantage for Elk River. Calhoff will step in and take this face off. He's got Woodard with him, along with Welsh and Hasbargen to finish killing this penalty. Face off win to Welsh. Welsh turns around, finds Calhoff with some room. Calhoff will skate it up through center ice. Calhoff tries to make a move, gets it poke checked away, and Elk River turns the action back the other direction. Up across the blue line. Quick shot there. Goes behind the net. Loose puck picked up by Hasbargen. He banks off the boards. Not out as Elk River holds at the point. Moorhead back to full strength. And that's a hand pass by Elk River. So Moorhead kills off another penalty. Third one of the period. Waha in to take the face-off. Elk River sends it in on net from the red line. Davis leaves it for Welsh. Welsh chips it up ahead out to center ice. 1:30 remaining here in the first period. Elk River works up through center ice. They dump it in. Welsh behind his own net. Gets it up ahead to Calhoff. Calhoff chips it on the boards up ahead to Woodard. Woodard with a head of steam. Gets it poke checked away. Throws a centering pass to Blaha. Blaha, turnaround shot. Rebound. Calhoff couldn't get a stick on it. Now goes to the far side where Elk River chips it out to center ice. Hasbargen feeds it up to Welsh through center ice. Welsh cuts through. Continues the battle along. Gets up to Calhoff along the boards. Blaha helping out of the blue line. And Elk River chips it out to center ice. Poke checked away by Hasbargen. Shot there. Blocked by Welsh. Welsh chips it up ahead. Hasbargen banks it off the boards and out to center ice. And Elk River carries it across the blue line, and that's an offsides on Elk River. So 30 seconds remaining here in the first period. Elk River with a 1-0 lead over Moorhead. Face off, won by Elk River. Copeland chases it down, chips it out to center ice, picked up by Oswald. Oswald up ahead to Colton Miller. Colton battling from a poke check from behind. He couldn't quite get a stick on that as he had just a hair bit of room. Now Copeland at the point. Copeland throws that one wide of the net, but it bounces off some bodies up front. Now Oswald with it. Oswald unable to get a puck through. Colton tries a center, and that's the end of period number one. So after one complete period of play, Elk River leads Moorhead 1-0. 9 shots on goal for Elk River, 6 for Moorhead. Story of the first period is Moorhead killing penalties. 3 penalties that were killed off by Moorhead. So hopefully we can get the second period rolling, get a little momentum going in the offensive zone. Take a quick break here and be right back with period number 2. All right, back at it here for some second period action. Beckett with a pitch off, steals the puck away, rings it around the far boards. Steen now tries to chip it up ahead. Copeland regains control, comes on the near side to Brecky. Brecky, cross ice, that's out of Steen's reach, and that's going to be an icing on Moorhead. So face-off coming here to the right of Davis. Elk River wins it back to the point. They fend it over the far side point. Shot in, loose. That one didn't get through as that hit some bodies up front. Now it's loose to Copeland. Copeland unable to get it up to Steen. Now Brecky able to clear. Now Mountshaugen with it. He'll bank it off the glass and out to center ice. Colton Miller with the hustle and the pressure down low. Elk River able to get it out to center ice. They carry it up. It's 2-on-2. Mountshaugen pushes it wide to the corner. Brecky pokes it up ahead to Oswald. Oswald up ahead. Mountshaugen starts to join him. Oswald dumps it in on net. Oswald continues to pressure. Now a clearing attempt. Mountshaugen used the skate to block that. Now Elk River dumps it in all the way deep, or Hasmargen will chase it down. Hasmargen down in the corner. Elk River unable to clear. Shot there, saved by Davis. Loose puck. And finally Davis covers that up for a whistle. So just a minute and a half into the second period here. Again, still a 1-goal lead for Elk River. Loose puck off the face-off. Welsh and Hasmargen work along the boards. Hasmargen able to clear it out to center ice. Woodard gives chase for it. Now Kelhoff steps with it. Overskates that just a hair. Now Welsh with it. He gets tripped up. Elk River chips it back. Blaha with it. Quick shot there. Saved by Davis. Now Blaha working down low. Sends to the far side to Hasmargen. Hasmargen off the glass. Tries to bank it up ahead. Him and Kelhoff continue. Finally Hasmargen able to punch it free, but not out. And finally Woodard will corral it down here along the near side. Woodard leads the charge for the Spuds. And that's an offsides on Moorhead, I believe, is the call. Woodard was looking for Kelhoff up ahead, but that got sticked out of midair by the Oak River defender. 12:34 left here in the second period. Elk River leads 1-0. Beckett in to take the face off. Beckett pokes the puck into the zone. Elk River tries to clear. Blocked by Steen. Now Summers picks up this puck. Gets to the near side over to Brecky. Brecky walks in, shot, rebound loose. Nobody can get a stick on it. Loose puck in front of the net, but no puck can get a stick on. Now Copeland throws a shot on net. Loose puck. Beckett's rebound shot just deflected wide. Now Beckett tries to carry it to the middle. Beckett shot. That hits a body up front and deflects into the boards. Now Elk River sends it up to the point. Brecky throws another shot on net. That one's deflected wide. Pressured by Steen. Now Steen with it. Steen back out to the point to Brecky. Brecky loses it just for a moment. Sends it in down low. Summers gathers it in the far corner. Summers along the boards. Copeland pokes it free. Hands it off to Summers. Summers walks into the corner. Feeds it out to Copeland at the point. Copeland tries to throw it in deep, but that goes off an Elk River player and into the Moorhead bench. And a whistle plays it dead. So good pressure there by the Spuds in that shift. Getting some shots on net. Loose rebounds laying around. Just got to get a stick on one of those rebounds laying out front. Mounthaugen, Oswald, and Colton Miller. Colton hands it to Wells. Wells tries to throw a shot on net. That gets blocked. Now Colton dumps it in. Elk River tries to clear. Wells steps up. Hands it off to Oswald. Hasbargen blasts from the point. And right into the midsection of the goalie, where he stands tall and squeezes that one. Both Bugs with a little momentum here. Let's see if they can continue to apply the offensive pressure on Elk River. Face off, down low. Elk River rings around to the near side. Oswald with a nice steal. Tries to clear it up to Mounthaugen, but unable to clear, and Elk River comes back with a 2-on-1. Shot there, blocked by Wells with a skate. Loosely comes on net, and Davis covers that up for a whistle. Just under 11 minutes remaining here in the second period. Still a 1-goal lead for Elk River. Elk River controls at the point. They throw it in on net. Davis, unable to grab it, loose. And now they're calling a penalty shot. They're saying that Colton Miller has got it covered up in the crease. A skating player cannot cover the puck up in the crease. Only the goalie can. So, haven't seen one of these in years, and we get consecutive nights where we get a penalty shot. Last night it was a Moorhead. Today it's Elk River. So Elk River gets the penalty shot here on the interference call on the crease. Number 5 for Elk River, Davis, calmly waiting. And he stands on it and loses it. And Moorhead comes out of this one unscathed. So face-off still in the Moorhead zone. So after the penalty shot on the goal crease infraction, nothing hurt. Back to one goal game. Face-off. Elk River from the point shot blocked by Colton Miller twice. Colton gets it up ahead to Oswald along the near boards. Oswald cuts to the middle. Can he get to it? Centering pass to Mounthaugen blocked. Quick shot there by Oswald, and the goaltender squeezes that one for a whistle. Oswald couldn't just quite corral that one. He had made a move to get to the far side. Was out of his reach to make a effective play. Still able to gather and get a shot. Now Blaha will step in for the faceoff. They'll get it up to Kalhoff. Kalhoff walks in. His shot deflected up into the air. He chases it down to the near corner. Kalhoff, everybody walks away from him. Shot, blocker save. Now Blaha in the corner. He fans on that shot, and Elk River able to clear. Hasbargen over the near side to Woodard. Woodard gives it to Blaha. Blaha throws it over to Kalhoff. Kalhoff. A little too much stick work and gets the poke kicked away, and Wells will have to go chase it down on his own end. Wells, long lead pass up for Woodard. Woodard's in on the blue line all alone. Shot, save, rebound. Oh, Blaha fans on it. And penalty coming against Elk River. He's pulling a player off the bench. What's the call here? For roughing. Oh, a nice big long lead pass. A stretch pass by Wells. Found Woodard on the blue line. Caught Elk River in the change. Ward with a scoring opportunity. And now here, they get a power play. So Brecky and Hasbargen's blue line. Oswald, Bonshaugen, and Colton Miller on the forwards. Elk River wins it into the corner. And able to finally clear as Hasbargen unable to hold it at the blue line. Brecky will chase it down. He gets it up to Oswald along the boards. Oswald hands it up to Mounshaugen up through the center. Mounshaugen in, around, shot, save, rebound, loose, and covered up there by the goaltender for Elk River. Mounshaugen showing off that speed. Made a move around the defenders and cut for the net. Colton Miller there looking to pound on a rebound. Mounshaugen will take this face off again. He wins it back to the point to Brecky. Brecky down low to Colton. Colton. Cross ice over to Hasbargen. Hasbargen. Shot. Rebound. No rebound. Sucked up and swallowed up by the goaltender for Elk River. Moorhead will send out 5 new power play. Kalhoff will come out with Steen and Beckett Miller. Welch and Donnie at the blue line. Beckett sends it in down low. Now Steen gives chase on it. Steen, good body positioning there. Now he finds it at the point. Copeland, and it bounces over his stick. And Copeland will have to retreat back to his own zone. He gets it up to Beckett. Beckett regathers his own pass. Now he walks to the middle, hands it to the near side to Kalhoff. Kalhoff down low to Beckett. Beckett on the far side to Steen. Steen works his way behind the net, gets it to Beckett Miller. Beckett up to the point to Wells. Back to Beckett. Beckett walks in, shot, deflected. Kalhoff settles it down to Copeland. Now back down low. Copeland inches along the board to hold it in deep. Copeland pushes it low. And Elk River clears it. And that'll go for an icing on Elk River. 27 seconds remaining here in the man advantage for Moorhead. Mounshaugen will take this face off. Battle for the loose puck in the face-off circle. Mounshaugen, his stick being held. He couldn't do much. Now Elk River comes away with it. Oswald pressures. Oswald with the steal. Centering pass. No look pass from nobody. Mounshaugen, quick shot and a glove save by Elk River. 12 seconds remaining here in the power play for Moorhead. Face off. Comes to Oswald. Brecky steps up. Oh, big collision there. Hasbar will have to go back and chase it down. Centering pass. Quick shot there, just goes wide. And Elk River back to full strength. They dump it in down low. Brecky sidesteps the check. Elk River looking for a centering pass. That's blocked by Hasbargen. Hasbargen gets it up ahead to Oswald. Oswald with Montagen. Now he hands it off to Colton Miller. Colton, his shot goes off a skate. Moorhead looking to get changes made. No, Elk River looking for the near side. Breakaway opportunity. It's 2-on-1. Hasbargen. What a play by Hasbargen to get back, but he's going to draw the penalty. And Hasbargen doesn't know what else he's supposed to do. He laid out to block the shot, and they're going to call him for tripping. And so now Elk River goes on the power play here with 7:09 remaining in the second period. All right, we got the penalty up on the board. We're ready to go here. Beckett Miller in to take the face off. Elks control at the point. Out of the far side. Tried a one-timer. That goes wide. Now it's sent to the far corner. Elk River gathers it. Wells pinches it up against the boards. Now it's a battle with it. Shot there. High. Caught in skates. Finally, Elk River picks it up at the face-off circle. Centering pass. Summers continues the battle and then finally chips it out to center ice. Elk River spins around to their own blue line. Now, in, poke checked away nicely by Isaac Foss. Summers chips it out to center ice. Elk River dumps it in from the red line. Wells will chase it down. He gets brushed off the puck right at the side of the net. Elk River centering pass. Taken away now by Summers. Summers up through center ice up to the red line. Summers in wide. Cuts to the net. Shot there. Toe save there by the goaltender. And Summers couldn't quite get anything on that one. Nice play, though, to carry it in, allow the rest of his line mates to make changes. Wells behind his own net. Wells drops it off to center ice. And will it stretch? It will get the whole distance for icing. So 31 seconds remaining here in the man advantage for Elk River. 5:40 remaining here in the second period. Colton Miller on the faceoff. Elk control. Now they work in the centering pass. They get through everybody. Comes all the way out to the point. Now Elk River sets it up on the faceoff dot. Centering pass back off to the top. Taken away deflected by Montagen. Montagen with a jump. That's a holding if I've ever seen one. Pulled the stick right out of Monty's hand. Now Elk River down in the corner. Moorhead back to full strength. Centering pass. Gets out. And Oswald's offside. Reese, you got to wait for he to get to you. Oswald fresh off the bench after the penalty expired. So 5 minutes remaining here in the second period. We still got a 1-0 game here by Elk River. First period goal by Elk River. No scoring so far here in the second period. Kalhoff comes out with Woodard and Blaha. Face off, picked up by Wells. Wells cuts through center. He's got Woodard with him. Woodard with it. Cuts to the net. Wells is tied up. He cut right to the net. Now Elk River back the other direction. Shot there. That goes just wide of the net. Oh, Wells with it again. He chips it out through center. Woodard with a head of steam. Woodard cuts to the left. Drives the night. Backhander. Blaha overskated the rebound. Couldn't get one on. Asmargan blast from the blue line. That hits some bodies up front. Goes into the corner. Now it comes out to Wells at the point. He chips in to hold it. Elk River carries it up through center ice. They'll dump it in deep. Asmargan will get behind his own net to pick it up. He'll get it up to Woodard. Lead pass up ahead. Woodard chips it in, but he's going to go to the bench and make changes. Elk River. Now stolen away by Summers. Summers. Beckett. Shot scored! Beckett Miller! And the Spuds are on the board and tied up 1-1 with 3:58 remaining in the second period. Little shout out there to Garrett Blaha. Garrett stayed in on the forecheck down low, caused an errant pass, was stolen away by Summers. Summers fed it to Beckett in front of the net, and he was all alone, and Beckett finds the back of the twine to tie this one up at 1-1. Both players thrown in the face-off circle. Steen gets in to take it. He'll get it up to Brecky. Brecky gets up to the red line, dumps it in softly on net. Back out to center ice, go the Elks. Brecky leaves it up ahead for Steen. Steen back to Beckett. Beckett. His shot deflected into the corner. Now Summers with it. Summers takes a shot, and that's deflected off a stick up into the netting. Face-off coming to the right of Elk River. Beckett steps in to take this face-off. Beckett wins it back to Summers. Summers quick shot, rebound loose. Goalie dives out for it, but can't quite reach it. His defender almost took it away from him. Now Brecky at the point dumps it into the far corner. Miller gives chase. Elk River chips it off the glass and out to center ice. Copeland spins around with it. Spuds pick it up at the blue line. Dean tries to center it. That gets deflected. Now Beckett on the forecheck. Now Summers sends it out to Copeland at the point. His shot gets off a body. And Elk River clears out to center ice. Copeland behind his goal line. He sends it out to the point, and Elk River will gather it into neutral zone. And they'll turn around and spin it back into the zone, but that'll be offsides on Elk River. 2:44 left here in the second period. All knotted up at one apiece. This face-off will come outside just the Elk River zone, as that's where the pass initiated from. Colton Miller in to take this face-off. He wins it forward, controlled by Elk River. Stolen away by Colton at the point. Shot, rebound loose. Mountain Talking couldn't get a shot off. Oswald with a shot and scored! What a sharp angle goal by Reese Oswald. He ripped that one from an almost impossible angle. I don't know how he found the net with that one. And Reese puts the Spuds up 2-1 here with 2:35 remaining in the second period. Dumped in, Foss sends it up to the blue line. Elk River able to hold. Foss kicks that away. Now Oswald hands it to Wells. Wells gets it up ahead to Mountshagen. Mountshagen with a sidestep. Mountshagen cuts. Looking for a pass as Colton was in on the trailer, but he gets a poke checked away. Now Elk River gets it back out to center ice. Wells steps up to take it away, but that's taken away by Elk River. Now they're in 2-on-1, 2-on-0. Shot, scored! And it's all tied up with 2 apiece. So 1:58 left here in the second period. We're all knotted up at 2. Woodard in on the forecheck. Elk River carries it up through the neutral zone. Dalhoff puts a body on him. Now they dump it in deep. Copeland chases it down. Somebody's got to put a stop on him. Rebound there. Puck goes flying high up into the air. Now Brecky bodies it up in the corner. Centering pass. Woodard throws it in behind the net. Now picked up by Brecky. Brecky gets it up ahead to Blaha. Blaha unable to clear. Copeland gloves that down. He tries to clear, but Elk River gloves it down in midair. Now Kelhoff. Kelhoff able to chip it outside the blue line. Now picked up by Blaha. He'll send it over to Woodard on the near side. Woodard sidesteps one, walks in, shot. Blocked by the defender. Woodard continues to battle along in the near corner. Elk River rings it around to the far side. Held in by Copeland. He gets it down to Kelhoff. Kelhoff working in the corner. Kelhoff working. He's all tied up. Now he's got a little space. Far side, Blaha, shot, save, rebound. Blaha spins around. Centering pass, shot, no, one-timer by Woodard is blocked and saved. Now held at the point by Copeland. Copeland dumps it in on net, and the goaltender will glove that for a whistle. 34 seconds remaining here in the second period. Face-off controlled by Elk River. They ring it all the way around to the near side boards. Hasbargen dumps it in. Elk River. Hasbargen, and they're saying is offside. Hasbargen gloved it out of the air and dumped it right on the blue line, but they're saying it was outside the zone. Still face-off coming just outside the Elk River zone. Beckett wins it to the far side. Wells will gather it. He'll dump it in deep. Steen will give chase. Elk River ringing around to the near side. Summers pinches it up against the board. Elk River just looking to tie this up to run the period out. Just under 10 seconds remaining. Puck comes loose. Elk River picks it up, and that's the end of period number 2. So after 2 complete periods of play, we're all knotted up here at 2 apiece. We're going to go on pause here for 10 minutes of the Zamboni break, and we'll come back for the exciting third and final period. All right, here we are, ready for third period action between Moorhead and Elk River. All right, here we are, ready third period action. Puck draw, stolen away by Beckett Miller off the faceoff. Beckett carries it in wide, fans on the shot, picks up loose rebound, shot. Elk River there to be able to clear it. Now taken away by Summers. Whoa, he threw one right past the goalie. The goalie wasn't expecting that one. Now Elk River from behind their own net. They lose it. A little trouble this last night, too. Almost like a little bit of water out there yet. Maybe not quite froze. Elk River at the red line dumps it in, taken away by Donnie Copeland. Tony's lead pass, intercepted by Elk River. Elk River chips it in down low. Now Davis flips it off a glass up ahead to Joe Summers. Summers up ahead. Stolen away by Elk River. Elk River clears it out to center ice, taken away by Brecky. He leaves it at center ice, and Elk River carries it in the zone offsides as the Elk River players had fallen down in a tangle up with Brecky. So face-off will come just outside the Moorhead zone. Elk River at the red line, dumps it in deep. Wells picking up behind his own net. Welsh up ahead. Oswald chips it up ahead. Monshaugen takes off for the races for it. Clearing attempt by Elk River, blocked by Oswald. Now comes up front. Colton Miller with a quick shot. Rebound comes to the near side. Nobody there, but Elk River defender. Asbargen holds at the point. He dumps it in low. Elk River tries to bank it off the boards. Held in at the point by Colton. Now Oswald gives chase. He centers it. Colton able to get it. Monshaugen. Colton. Shot scored! Colton Miller on the goal. Well, just a good offensive zone work there as the Spud's able to hold his own. Oswald centers it out front, and Colton with just a soft little backhand, but he finds the wickets and puts the Spuds up 3-2.
We're giving them 2 5-on-3s in the last 5 minutes.
Colton Miller on the faceoff. Elk River controls. They chip it through center ice. Monshaugen able to send it out, but he'll send it the distance, and that'll be an icing against Moorhead. Geloff gets kicked out. MYHA takes the faceoff. Welsh up ahead, up to Woodard. Woodard's got to corral it. He goes wide. Quick shot there. Rebound loose. Geloff. Shot scored! What a play by the Spuds. And the Spuds take a 4-2 lead on a rebound goal by Kane Calhoff.
Scored again. 5-4 now.
5-4 us, or?
Yeah, 5-4 you still.
Oh, okay. Thanks. So just under 13 minutes. Sorry, I was getting an update on my other son's kid's game. Just under 13 minutes here. So Spuds with their breakout play off the face-off, works to a tee. Woodard gets the lead pass, gets a shot on net. Big rebound comes out. Kelhoff trailing on the play, and he buries in the back of the net. The Spuds now lead 4-2. Quick shot there from the boards, and Davis will squeeze that and hang on to it for a whistle. 12:34 left here in the third quarter period, and the Spuds lead 4-2 against Elk River. Summers face-off win to Brecky. Brecky's holds. Steen pushes the player off the puck, and Copeland picks up the loose puck, gets it out to center ice. Summers tips it up ahead into the zone. He gives chase for it. Centering pass, nobody there. Elk River tries to clear. Copeland tries to show the shot on net, but he throws it right into the defender's midsection. Now Summers battles along the near boards, taken away now by Beckett Miller. Beckett tips it into the middle. Elk River recovers. They get it out to center ice. Brecky spins around, hands it the near side to Copeland. Copeland up through center to Summers. Summers carries it in along the left wing. Dives to the middle. Dumps it far corner. Clearing attempt blocked by Brecky. Brecky dumps it in, and that's an offsides on Moorhead. 11:42 left here in the third period. Spuds with a 2-goal advantage on 2 early third period goals. Brecky. Colton off the face-off. Pushes it into the zone. Back out to the point. Welch now in his own end. Gets it up ahead to Colton. Colton tries to get it to Oswald. Now a battle for it along the boards. Elk River dips it out, and they dump it in deep. Welch from behind his own net. Gets it to Montagan on the near side. Who hands it up to Colton. Colton through center to Oswald. And Oswald. Colton just about in on the slip, but Oswald was just about 6 inches inside the blue line to make the Spuds offsides. Elk River controls in their own end. Up through center ice. Poke checked away by Montagan. Wells pushes up alongside center ice, out to the boards. Now Montagan with a loose puck. He carries it up ahead. Carries wide to the corner. Throws a backhand to the back of the net. Continues to pressure in the zone. Now it comes out to center. Wells steps up. Slips through him. Elk River finally able to get it into the zone. Quick shot there and a save by Davis. So face off coming down in the Moorhead zone. Kalhoff with Woodard and Blaha. Face off to the far boards. Elk River dumps it to the near side. Now they put it over to the far point. Shot there. Goes wide of the net in behind. Copeland picks it up. He chips it over to Blaha. Now Blaha rings it around to the near side. Elk River holds at the point. Dumps it back behind the net. Now Blaha gets it to Copeland. Copeland dangerously in front of the net. Unable to get it out. Loose puck. Elk River tries to get a shot. Now Copeland finally able to take it away. Donnie loses it again in his own zone. Elk River dumps it in low. Kalhoff brings it up to the boards. Elk River able to hold. Now Kalhoff with it. Tries to clear again. Elk River holds, pressured by Blaha. Now Woodard finally able to kick it free. Blaha and Woodard converge. Elk River defender able to pick it up. Clearing attempt by Elk River, blocked by Kalhoff. Blaha unable to get that pit puck. Now Copeland picks it up on the near side. Copeland sidesteps the defender. Carries it in low. Tried a centering pass, but that's blocked. Copeland will retreat back to his blue line. Elk River controls the whole own goal line. They clear it all the way down, but it goes on net. Now Davis, lead pass up ahead. Elk River plays it as nobody touched it, so no icing. Moorhead's making full changes. Elk River with a long lead pass. Oh, that's not icing, I don't know. Now Moorhead able to clear. Summers dumps it out into center ice. And that puck deflects off of Beckett Miller's skate up into the Elk River bench. So 8:41 remaining here in the third. Spuds leading 4-2. Third period goals by Kane Kalhoff and who got the other one? I forget. Colton Miller with the other one here in the third. Elk River rings it around to the near side. Steen pressures along the boards. Now Elk River with a long lead pass. Welsh steals off the middle. Now Summers at center ice. Steen working along the boards. Now supported by Summers. Summers comes out with it. Shot. Bad save. Goes wide to the corner. Now Beckett with it in the far side. And they'll flip it up. Misses all the rafters. Goes through all the rafters. Now Wells on the near side. Brings it up low to Steen. Steen cuts the middle. Throws one on net softly. Elk River blocks that. Now they control it. And they dump it up through center ice and down the other end. Foss will get to it as icing's waved off. Foss leaves it for Welch. Welch to Summers. Summers up ahead through center ice. He gets up to the red line, fans on it. Now he'll just dump it in as he wanted to make changes. Mounshaugen fresh off the bench. Elk River. Nice block there by Colton to negate the up ice pressure by the Elks. Now they'll retrieve back behind their own net. Set up their breakout play. Long lead pass and a good stick there by Logan Brecky to flush that up and out of play. 7:17 remaining here in the third. 4-2 lead for Moorhead. Elks control out the faceoff. They dump it off the glass. Comes to Gani Copeland. Copeland ships it out to center ice. Elks retrieve back to their own blue line. Now they work it over to the far side. Brecky stole that away. No, Oswald gets up to the red line and dumps it in. In down deep. Mounshaugen in on the forecheck. Elks from their own faceoff dot. Working their way up through center ice. They carried in wide. Now they go all the way deep down in the corner. Now they find it up to the point. Unable to control, and they have to go back and control their own end, and they send it in offside. 6:36 remaining here in the third. Face-off coming at center ice now. Elhoff will take the center position here with Woodard and Blaha. Elhoff steals it in on the face-off. Takes it deep in the left corner. Elhoff in behind the net. Got time and space. Finds Woodard up front. Woodard. Oh, a little soft hand backhander, but goaltender put his pad out there to make that save. Now Woodard on the forecheck as Elks try to clear. Now Elks work through center ice. Down to the far corner. They throw it off the side of the net. Picked up by Woodard. Woodard over to the near side. Blaha. And Woodard work along the boards. Centering pass. Woodard. Elks come out with it. Shot there goes off the side of the net. Now taken away by Blaha. Now Kalhoff with the loose puck. Kalhoff up through center ice into the zone. Kalhoff takes it in deep. Rushed off the puck. Elks regain control. Long lead pass tipped away by Hasbargen, and Welsh will retrieve in his own end. Welsh up ahead to Blaha at center ice. He gets brushed off the puck. Elks lead away back in again. Now it's down deep in the corner. Hasbargen, nice play there by putting a body and a shoulder on him. Now puck, loose Welsh with the loose puck gets up to Summers. Summers chips it up ahead. Steen gives chase. Steen tried to get a centering pass as he had Beckett out in front of the net all by himself. And a penalty coming now against Moorhead. I don't know what happened there. And Spuds touch it up. And another penalty coming up against Moorhead for holding. Boy, that's the first call I've seen that. I've seen multiple holds tonight, and that's the first one they've called. So the Spuds go back on the penalty kill with 4:51 left here in the third period. So Moorhead, see if their penalty kill can continue to work the way it has. Elks up to the point. Shot off the point. Blocked by Colton Miller. Colton tries to get a lead pass up to Mounthaugen. Throws it all the way down on net. No icing. Elks from their own end. Mounthaugen takes that pass away and dumps it back deep. Elks unable to gain control. Now Brecky at the red line. Elks chip it in. Copeland chase it in behind their own goal line. Copeland loses it behind his own net. Centering pass. That goes off a body up front. And finally Davis will cover that up on the near side. 1:22 remaining here in the man advantage for Elk River. Spuds leading 4-2 with 4:13 left in the third. Beckett Miller in now with Summers. Back to Wells. Wells gets it thrown away by Elk River. Centering pass gets through everybody out to the point. Summers pressures along the corner. Centering pass. Now Elk River behind the own net. Wells takes it away. Now Wells turns around, steals it back, and up the glass and out to center ice. Summers in on the forecheck, so Elk River will have to play it. Long lead pass, too far for everybody. Isaac Foss with it. He'll wisely just bank it off the far side boards. Now Elk River up across the blue line. Summers pushes it to the corner. Summers on the battle, 1-on-2, and he's winning the battle. Now Isaac brings it around to the near side. Picked up by Wells. Wells finds Summers. Pass goes off the mark. Goaltender. Oh, he played it. Wowzers. Goaltender played the puck, but they still called it an icing. Isaac Foss took a big hit back in the corner. He's getting help to the bench. 20 seconds remaining here in the man advantage for Elk River. Face off, wins it back. Copeland battles for it down low. Elk River comes away with it. Elk River now out to the point. Now down to the far corner. Quick shot there and a save by Davis. With 4 seconds remaining here in the man advantage. And Elk River has now pulled their goalie. So 2:54 left in the game. There's only 4 seconds remaining of the man advantage here. And Moorhead back to full strength. 6-on-5, blocked by Colton Miller up front. Just about sprung Jets team free off the bench with a empty netter. 6-on-5 here now for Elk River. That shot blocked. Oswald up ahead with an empty netter. And it's in. Reese Oswald with the empty netter for the Spuds. And the Spuds take a 5-2 lead. .232 left here in the third. Face off up ahead. Elk River up through center ice. Montaugen dumps it in. River goalie was just about ready to go to the bench again until Montaugin stole that away. Montaugin dumps it back into the zone. Now Elk River works up through center ice. Empty net for Elk River. They dump it in down low. Donnie behind his own net, gets it to Oswald. Oswald along the boards, chips it up ahead. Now Copeland with it. Copeland working in the way down low. He gets it up to Montaugin. Montaugin backhand it down the ice, but that'll go the distance for an icing against Moorhead with 1:45 remaining here in the third. So Spud's back to full strength. Elk River with an empty net, 6-on-5. Loose puck along the faceoff circle. Elk River at the point. Shot blocked up front by Poss. Poss takes another one off. Shot, and Kelhoff. Long ice shot just wide of the empty net. Poss just took another one off he took a shot there off the foot and goes limping to the bench again. 1:34 remaining here in the third. Kelhoff in to take this faceoff. Loose at the faceoff circle. Wells races to it, banks it off the glass and out to center ice. Elk River gets onside, dumps it back in deep. Elk River centering pass, and Davis does a little backhanded glove action. We'll snare that out of the air. .118 remaining here in the third. Beckett with a face-off. Summers takes it away. He dumps it in. This goes wide of the net. Jet gets to it. Jet steam behind the goal. Elk River takes it away. Elk River working up through center ice. 1 minute remaining here in the third. Brecky with a check along the boards. Spud's ringing around. Too far for Jet. Elk River will hustle to it. Summers. Empty net goal, Joe Summers. 6-2 Spud's lead here with 45 seconds remaining here in the third. So as this one winds down, Moorhead will move on to we call the undefeated game tomorrow. They'll play the winner of the Oscar Maple Grove Champlin Park game that's coming up next. Winner of that game moves on to state. Loser will have a second opportunity, as this is a double elimination tournament. Loose puck picked up by Colton. Colton up through center ice. Rips one wide of the net. Now Montaugin working in the corner, down to 17 seconds remaining. Poss able to hold it in. Miller chips it in down low. And out to the center right. Miller dumps it in deep. Elk River sends it the distance. And that's the end of this one as Moorhead defeats Elk River 6-2. Very, very evenly matched game through two periods, and Spud's able to get a couple of quick goals early in the third period to take the advantage and take the momentum into the rest of the game. So Spud's moving on to tomorrow morning. I think, right? I believe our next game now is tomorrow morning at 9:30, I believe is what it is. So we'll get that information out, but thanks for joining us, everybody. Spuds win. Spuds move on into the 9:30 tomorrow morning in what they call the undefeated game. But there's no guarantees yet. They still got to win one more to make it. So a great game by the Spuds in Elk River. And thanks for joining us, everyone. And we'll see you tomorrow at the rink.